Welcome back to B&B for Phone. Today is a beautifully dramatic day to dive deep into the latest, most explosive rumors circulating in the soap opera world. We are so incredibly thrilled to have our amazing community here as we unpack some truly mind-blowing speculation. Grab your favorite drink, settle into your most comfortable chair, and let's get right into the heart of the drama. Let's be honest. The recent storylines on Times the Bold and the Beautiful Times have been an absolute emotional roller coaster, but the latest speculation we are receiving is about to blow everything else out of the water. We are talking about a potential storyline that could change the very fabric of the show forever. According to the latest whispers and storyline notes, we are looking at a catastrophic event involving John Finnegan and Steffy Forrester. As we know, Steffy is flying to Monaco, a place that holds immense historical and emotional significance for the couple, to handle Forrester Europe business and to escape the suffocating drama surrounding Sheila Carter in Los Angeles. Finn is scheduled to follow her shortly after. We are going to see a deeply emotional scene where Finn is talking to Steffy on the phone just as he is boarding his flight. Steffy, wanting to recapture the absolute magic of their past, tells Finn to meet her at the historic Monaco church. Finn enthusiastically promises to be there right on time, echoing their miraculous reunion from years ago. But here's the surprise. Finn might never make it to that church. The rumor mill is on fire with the terrifying possibility that Finn's plane will suffer a catastrophic failure and explode mid-air, leading to Steffy receiving the most horrifying phone call of her entire life. Can you believe it? To truly understand the absolute devastation of this potential plot twist, we have to dive deep into the psychological profiles of our beloved characters, starting with Steffy Forrester. I absolutely love Steffy, but my heart physically aches for the sheer amount of trauma this woman has been forced to endure over the years. Think about the history here. The Monaco church is not just a random tourist destination, it is the exact geographical location where Steffy's shattered soul was put back together. Remember when she thought Finn had been murdered by Sheila in that filthy alleyway? Steffy was drowning in a sea of grief, institutionalized in a mental health facility in Europe, entirely devoid of hope. When she heard those church bells ring and saw Finn standing there, it was a literal resurrection. It was the ultimate triumph of love over evil. Now, imagine the psychological torture of Steffy standing in that exact same spot, checking her watch, feeling a creeping sense of dread as the minutes tick by, only to receive a phone call that her husband has been blown out of the sky. That's crazy. This wouldn't just break Steffy. It would completely obliterate her sanity. The poetic cruelty of losing him again while waiting at the monument of his previous return is a level of dark irony that would push her over the edge. And you won't believe what happens next when we analyze Finn's current mindset. Let's talk about our handsome doctor. I have a serious love-hate relationship with Finn right now. On one hand, he is a deeply devoted husband and father, a genuinely good man in a world full of manipulative opportunists. On the other hand, his recent naive behavior regarding his psychotic birth mother, Sheila Carter, has been utterly infuriating. He has been wavering in his loyalty, secretly believing that Sheila might have actually changed, and even suggesting to his adoptive mother, Lee, that supervised visits might be a good idea. He boards that doomed flight with a heart full of optimism, desperately believing that a romantic grand gesture in Monaco will completely erase the marital tension caused by his mother. Finn's tragic flaw is his relentless, blinding optimism. He believes he can fix everything with a smile and a promise. The sheer tragedy of his life ending in a violent explosion right at the exact moment he is trying to fiercely recommit to his wife and leave the Sheila drama behind is Shakespearean in its cruelty. But let's pivot to the most dangerous wild card in this entire scenario, Sheila Carter. We know for a fact that Sheila is currently in full fight mode. She has completely snapped after Steffy aggressively rejected her latest desperate pleas for a relationship with Finn and baby Hayes. We also know from our internal timelines that Sheila has packed her bags and is secretly stalking Steffy and Finn. So, we have to ask the ultimate rhetorical question, did Sheila cause this plane crash? Amazing. Think about the dark, twisted psychology of Sheila Carter. If she realizes that Finn is choosing Steffy over her once and for all, and flying across the world to solidify that bond, could her psychotic possessiveness push her to sabotage the plane? If I can't have my son, no one can. It is a terrifying thought, but it perfectly aligns with her history of extreme violence. Alternatively, what if Sheila's original plan was to sabotage Steffy's flight, but she accidentally targeted Finn's plane instead? The irony of Sheila murdering her own flesh and blood again because of her blind, obsessive hatred for Steffy would be the ultimate devastating karma. It would completely shatter Sheila's mind, potentially leading to the most unhinged, dangerous version of the character we have ever witnessed on screen. The ripple effects of this plane crash would absolutely decimate the families back in Los Angeles. Let's look at Taylor Hayes. Taylor has been running around, terrified for her daughter's safety, practically begging Deacon Sharp to intervene and control his crazy ex-lover. If Finn dies in a fiery explosion, Taylor will be consumed by survivor's guilt and a blinding rage. She will undoubtedly blame herself for not stopping Sheila sooner. And what about Lee Finnegan? My goodness, Lee is a powerhouse, but this would destroy her. She just had a bizarre, strangely calm conversation with Finn, where she agreed that appeasing Sheila might be the safest route. If her son is killed right after that conversation, Lee's grief will instantly morph into a lethal, cold-blooded thirst for vengeance. We saw what Lee did to keep Finn alive the first time. Imagine what she would do to avenge his permanent death. The slow-paced plot of the last few months would instantly accelerate into a high-octane thriller of revenge and despair. Now, let's incorporate some of the most wild fan theories circulating in our community. In the soap opera universe, a plane crash over the ocean is the ultimate recipe for suspense. Unless we see a body, is he really dead? Many fans are speculating that this massive plot twist is actually a clever narrative device to introduce some major cast changes. Are we looking at a situation involving replacement actors? Could Finn survive the explosion, wash up on a deserted Mediterranean island with severe amnesia, and return to Los Angeles a year later played by a completely different actor? Or perhaps this tragedy is designed to make room for successor characters to take center stage. If Finn is truly gone, the vacuum he leaves behind will be massive. And let's not ignore the elephant in the room, Liam Spencer. Oh, you just know Liam is waiting in the wings. Liam has been relentlessly pressuring Hope, but his underlying obsession with Steffy never truly dies. If Steffy is suddenly a grieving widow again, Liam will undoubtedly swoop in, playing the hero, offering a shoulder to cry on. I absolutely hate the idea of revisiting the exhausting Liam-Steffy-Hope triangle, but a tragedy of this magnitude would be the perfect catalyst for the writers to drag us right back into that messy dynamic. Steffy, completely broken and vulnerable, might lean on Liam simply because he represents a safe, familiar anchor in a world that has suddenly been blown to pieces. Furthermore, wait, no, I promised natural transitions. So, getting back to the core of the drama, the visual storytelling of this proposed scene is just staggering. The juxtaposition of Steffy standing in the serene, sun-drenched courtyard of the Monaco church, surrounded by the beautiful architecture and the echoes of their past love, suddenly collapsing to her knees as the voice on her cell phone delivers the news of an aviation disaster. The sheer auditory shock of the plane exploding in the background of their phone call, or the sudden, dead silence of a disconnected line. It is the kind of cinematic, heart-stopping television that Times the Bold and the Beautiful Times excels at when they really want to punch the audience in the gut. As a dedicated analyst of this show, I have to say that this storyline would be a massive, audacious swing by the writers. It takes immense courage to blow up a fan-favorite couple like Sin, just when they are on the verge of recapturing their magic. It would inject a level of raw, unfiltered grief and suspense that the show desperately needs right now. Will Steffy survive this emotional apocalypse? Will Sheila's dark secrets be exposed in the wreckage of the downed aircraft? Will the Forrester and Finnegan families ever be able to recover from such a monumental loss? We will be watching every single episode with bated breath, analyzing every lingering glance and every cryptic line of dialogue. Make sure you stay glued to B&B for phone, because if this plane crash happens, the fallout will be absolutely legendary.
What do you guys think about today's drama? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for your daily dose of bold and beautiful news. See you in the next video.